Come closer now, and keep your coat fastened. The wind at the Kerry Cliffs has quick fingers. It may steal the cap from your head, and perhaps one or two worries from your heart. That is no bad bargain. When I was a boy, my grandfather brought me to this place. He stood where we are standing now, with the Atlantic roaring below and the Skellig Islands resting far out on the horizon. He pointed toward the cliffs and said, "Remember this, lad. These stones are older than kings, but not older than promises." I laughed at him. Boys often laugh when old men tell the truth in a strange way. So he told me a story. It happened before roads reached Portmagee and before boats carried engines. In those days, people watched the birds, tasted the wind, and listened to the sea. And the sea was not always in a friendly mood. High above the water lived an old man named Cormac Rua. His cottage was small and his roof leaked. But Cormac owned something more valuable than a fine house. He owned a lantern. Not an ordinary lantern. Its frame was black iron, its glass was blue, and inside it burned a flame that no rain could drown. Each evening, Cormac carried it to the edge of the cliffs. Far below, the fishermen saw that tiny light and knew where the land waited for them. On calm nights, they thanked Cormac. On stormy nights, they thanked every saint whose name they could remember, and Cormac twice. The old man had a daughter named Roisin. She had a temper strong enough to frighten bad weather back out to sea. Every evening she helped her father light the lantern, but Cormac always gave her the same warning: never carry it alone. "Why not?" she would ask. "Because the flame does not belong to us." "Then who does it belong to?" Cormac would look toward the Atlantic. "To the one who lent it." That answer annoyed Roisin terribly. Young people prefer clear answers. Old people know that the truest answers are often more like fog. For years, the lantern guided boats toward Portmagee. On clear nights, even the monks upon Skellig were said to see it. Then came the winter remembered as the Winter of the Black Waves. For 7 days, the sun did not appear. The sea struck the cliffs until cups rattled in the cottages. The wind tore turf from roofs and drove even the gulls inland. No fisherman left the harbor. No sensible fisherman, at least. But on the 8th morning, a young man named Dara discovered that his little brother was missing. The boy had taken a curragh to search for lobster pots before the storm returned. Dara pushed another boat into the water and followed him. By noon, both brothers had vanished into the gray. The people gathered near the shore. Mothers prayed. Fathers searched the horizon. Cormac carried his lantern to the highest cliff. Roisin followed him. The wind was so fierce they had to crawl across the grass. At last, Cormac raised the lantern, but the flame would not burn. He tried once, twice, 3 times. Nothing. Then, from somewhere beneath the cliffs, a woman began to sing. It was not a song in any language Roisin had heard. Still, she understood every word. The song spoke of drowned cities, bells beneath the waves, and sailors who followed beautiful lights too far from home. Out of the mist stepped a woman dressed in a cloak of silver water. Seaweed lay in her dark hair. Her eyes were green at the surface and black in the depths. Cormac bowed his head. "You have come for the flame," he said. The woman smiled. "No, Cormac Rua. I have come for the price." Roisin reached for her father's hand. "What price?" "Many years ago, your father found this flame upon the sea. He promised that when the ocean demanded it, he would return the thing he valued most. Roisin stepped between them. "Take the lantern." "The lantern is iron and glass. I lent him the light." "Then take our cottage." "The sea has no need of a leaking roof." Even sea spirits know a poor bargain when they hear one. Cormac looked into the storm. Somewhere beyond the rain, two young men were fighting for their lives. "What must I give?" he asked, though he already knew. The woman touched one finger to his throat. "Your voice." Roisin cried out. Her father's voice had called boats home, told stories beside the fire, and sung to her when she was small. "No," she said, "there must be another way." But the sea is old, and old things rarely change their bargains. Cormac kissed his daughter's forehead. Then he nodded. The woman drew the voice from him like a silver thread. It curled around her hand before sinking into the lantern. At once, the blue glass filled with golden fire. The flame rose until it shone across the Atlantic like a star fallen close to the earth. Far out in the storm, Dara saw it. His little brother saw it too. One boat had lost an oar, and the other was half full of water. Still, the brothers followed the light until the cliffs appeared. The people of Portmagee pulled the brothers safely ashore before nightfall. They called Cormac a hero, but he never spoke again. From that day on, Roisin climbed the cliffs beside him. Cormac raised the lantern, and she called the fishermen home. Years passed. Then, one calm autumn evening, Cormac died. Roisin climbed the cliffs alone and tried to light the lantern. For a moment, the flame burned blue. Then it vanished. As darkness covered the coast, the wind moved through the ancient stone, and from somewhere inside the cliffs came her father's voice. "The boats are coming home." Roisin looked toward the Atlantic. Small sails were appearing beyond the headland. So she raised the empty lantern and called to them herself. The flame was gone, but the cliffs had remembered Cormac's voice. They say that even now, when fog hides the Kerry coast, sailors sometimes hear him. "Not that way, lad." Wise sailors turn their boats at once. Now, is the story true? My grandfather once told me, "Every good tale is true somewhere. You only need to stand in the right place to hear it." So before you leave, stand quietly. Listen to the waves. Listen to the wind. And if you hear a voice in the stone, do not be afraid. It may be Cormac, still guiding sailors home. Or perhaps it is the land reminding us. Storms do not last forever. Even the darkest sea can carry a light, and no one who is remembered is ever truly lost.